Hello, guys, live from the mobile HQ, like the mobile studio. Yeah, let's talk about one thing I was listening to, because it should be told. I should say something about it. So, oh wow. Wow, it's not staying up anymore. Anyways, besides that little innuendo, the thing is that Dan Schneider, he's having issues, and I think I have like a video. I think I did release the video. I think I did. So this is not really part two. This is just more the fact of, hey lady, what's your problem? That's the real thing. Is like, hey lady, what's your problem? So we have a recent person who talked about what he did, which I don't remember what exactly did she do? Like, what exactly did he do? It's like, apparently he's verbal and abusive in a way, verbally and mentally and emotionally abusive. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, but it's like, don't insult people who has freaking immaturity or makes immature jokes. Because one thing that makes freaking kids shows go round? Immaturity, damn it. Not a big amount of immaturity, of course. It's like there's immaturity, but there's also like balance between it. That's one thing funny. It's like, Dan Schneider versus Cat Lady and Al Jen. I mean, look at them when they were unhinged. Even though it's like, even then it's like, they wasn't unhinged. No, it was not us. It was Jaime Sabans. He used to told us to put all fart jokes in there. It was all him. And it's like, and yet, when you did your next season, you still did that freaking slapstick without having him tell you to do so. So, someone's wrong here. And the worst part would be the fact that, and then you guys still didn't get to understand the balance of having some immaturity or slapstick in the freaking show. You still don't have the balance of it. It looks like they're getting even better. Yeah, it looks like they're getting maybe even better. But I have to even say that I don't think for sure is really getting better, because then they slip back to where they were, and it's like, but dude, you were doing okay. But dude. Anyways, I just dislike the idea that you just diss people who are immature. It's like she indirectly diss people who have immature humor and just immature. In the kids shows, when it comes to making kids shows, I'm pretty sure, technically what I guess is like in the 90s, they were able to get away with some dirty jokes and some jokes. Now it's kind of like they have to go softer and softer and softer, which is like, so immaturity is like the little bit of the blood of kid shows. It's a little bit of the blood. You can't knock immaturity, because if you try to do maturity, guess what happens? The parents will get pissed. Very, very pissed. So I just dislike the fact that she just dismissed. It's like, no. If you're going to crucify and freaking take down Dan Schneider, then for the love of God, do not actually take down people who have immaturity as well. Because it sounds like you're taking down people with immaturity as well. Stick to one person. Don't talk about his damn immaturity. It's not needed. Just talk about what's his imperfections as a person, and we're good to go. Since I have more time, I guess I can actually tell you about the sad truth. One agenda I really do have that I really wish I could do, and there's a few people who are like, you should do it, is to be able to take Ask Ashley and make it my own. Because, Amanda Bynes is not doing it. And then there's a sick twist where it's like, the reason why she won't take it is because it reminds her of Dan Schneider. And it's like, the fuck you say? It's like, listen, Amanda, I don't know how much money you're getting these days. I have no freaking idea. But I can tell you one thing. If you bring Ask Ashley on YouTube. Make sure you get Twitter as well. I guess Instagram as well. You know, it's like basically Twitter would be a better idea, better option. Twitter, email. Well, you get email by doing the brand new show. And all you gotta do is just adult that shit up. That's all. Now you can freaking go unhinged and cuss if you want. Because it's an adult version of it. And I guess technically, and this is why I forgot her name. Oh yeah, Lily Singh. This is why Lily Singh got fucked over. Because it's like, she grew up with the fans, but the newer fans got lost in the mix. The idea is simple when it comes to Ask Ashley. She's going to have two versions of herself. She's going to have one that's in the kids section. Yeah, in YouTube Kids. And she's going to have one for usual YouTube. Usual YouTube, she can cuss the hell out and everything. As for kid YouTube, excuse me, well, either, I think technically you should, oh yeah, they can't do it. It's like, oh fuck, never mind. It's like, yeah, you can't do it because it's like, yeah, kid YouTube, which I guess you could, but it's going to be old school. So when it comes to kids YouTube, it'll be a separate pond. You can't comment, but it's like it's a separate pond, and it'll be even crazier. It'll be like, oh my goodness. And all she has to do is just tell them that, kids, if you have a question, please write to ... P.O. Box ... It's like, hey, you're teaching kids how to actually write letters, and they're gonna write to you. That's fucking sweet. It'll be cool to do it, and she could get letters like every single day. Yeah. So I think it would work. Personally, it's like, I think this show would be so damn good. It sucks that she wasn't able to start in 2008, 2009. But of course, and then it's like, oh, well, it's revealed that she wasn't Easy A, the movie that made you say, Emma Stone, we had a good fling, you know? I saw you in House Bunnies. I thought you were freaking cute. Then I saw you without the makeup and stuff, and holy freak, you're hot. And now we went to the point of where Easy A was the last straw. And broke ties with you. It's like, yeah, you were my crush, and now it's gone. You was my crush, and now it's gone. And it's like, yeah, so Amanda Bynes was in the movie. I didn't know that, but apparently she was working up the storm. It's like, yeah, but how though? I mean, she was only had a bit of lines in that movie. She didn't really actually have like a true lead or anything. It's not like it was She's the Man. So I don't know what to say on that one. Besides, I don't know when it comes to working hard. I guess she had a lot of stuff, and then she had a mental breakdown, and I was like, what the fuck? And lo and behold, I guess I thought I actually was by accident MySpace friends with her. Yeah, and then the person didn't like it. The fact I was like, hey, when it comes to smoking and drinking, I think you need to stop and be healthier. I would like it that when I walk down the street and my kid's like, who's that, daddy? I'm like, that is Amanda Bynes. She made me laugh when I was very little. Oh, that's cool. Instead of, that used to be Amanda Bynes, but she let herself go. She allowed the world to take pieces of her, and she poisoned herself with the world. Yeah, that's what I have to say. That's what I have to actually say. Is that. It's like, yeah, that's what I have to say is that. Excuse me. But yeah, I would love to be able to do it. Would I really actually do it? Like, really, really could do it? It's like, oh my gosh, if I could really do it, which all you do is just, it's like, there's two options, which I did have a prospect. Now I'm like, she looks it, she might be able to do it. Hell yeah, she might be able to do it, but she's dumb. She's a dum-dum. And since she's a dum-dum, it's hard to even get her to do it. Or even know what I'm trying to talk about. He's like, what are you talking about? I don't know, I have no clue. Who's Amanda Bynes? What's Ask Ashley? And it's like, son of a bitch. It's like, yeah, it's like I found someone, but she's just too much of an idiot. It sucks. But if I could really do it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I really do it. I think I would do two versions of it. I would most likely have an Ask Ashley Kid Edition and an Ask Ashley Adult Edition. So two different actors, I guess. One will be a child, the other one will be an adult. It could be like a Young Sheldon, Big Bang Theory idea. Yeah, something like that. It's like, I know that most likely I won't get Amanda Bynes' blessing, but it would be kind of cool, though. It would be kind of cool if we actually get her to actually voice just one moment. We're just like, holy frick, really? Or it's like, honey, time for bed. And it's like, oh, shoot, that's awesome. It's like, oh, shoot, honey, it's time for lunch. It's like, oh, shoot, that's fucking cool. Yeah, but I most likely won't be able to do that either. Of course not. But I just wish that I wouldn't have to be the one who would do it, which I'm not going to be able to do it anyways. But it's like, I would have liked that Amanda Bynes did it herself and she figured it out. Yeah, she should have just cut ties before Easy A and then just went to YouTube and tried her best doing it. Given, yes, you wouldn't get money at first, but it would happen. It's like, I promise you, as soon as the revenue came in, as soon as they actually did it, which I think in 2009, they had like a little offer for people who actually made it over 10,000. They had a little offer, so I'm like, yeah, I think she could have actually made a living on it. There's many people who make a living on YouTube. It's just that she would be well known, that it would have been so damn awesome, and it would just been great. It would be so great. By any chance, would I actually just be like, it's like, I believe in miracle. If Amanda Bynes just shows up or just contacted me out of the blue saying, hey, I heard what you said. Would you like to actually orchestrate it? Would you like to actually do your plan? I'll be like, oh, hell yeah. We're going to do this shit. Oh, yes. Yeah, the only messed up part has to be the fact of who has ownership of Ask Ashley. That's a good question. Yeah, but considering, Drake and Josh and Drake, and Josh and I don't know her name, they took the actual look of Drake and Josh from Nickelodeon, and Nickelodeon is not saying jack shit. So I'm like, well, if Nickelodeon's not saying jack shit about it, then how in the world will we know if they're going to take Ask Ashley away from Amanda? She's the one who created Ask Ashley. Without her, there wouldn't have been an Ask Ashley. But anyways, I got to go. Got to do my usual thing.
Ugh, so bad.